What's good, sports fam? Welcome back to the channel where we break down all the madness happening in the world of sports. From the Knicks making absolutely zero sense, to concrete literally falling from the sky at Dodger Stadium.
So what do we think of the fucking city walk?
Cochon and I, we did an excellent, muy buen trabajo, right?
Good.
And yes, that's a real headline. Today's episode is packed with more drama than a reality TV show. So grab your snacks, hit that like button if you're ready for some chaos, and let's dive into June 4th sports insanity. All right, let's start with the story that has me scratching my head so hard I might need a helmet. The New York Knicks just fired Tom Thibodeau. Now, before you ask, wait, what? Let me remind you that this man just led the Knicks to their first Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years. That's older than some of you watching this video. The Knicks were so bad for so long that reaching the ECF should have gotten Thibs a statue, not a pink slip. But apparently, Nick's gonna Nick, am I right? And then Stephen A. Smith comes in hot, absolutely roasting Knicks president Leon Rose.
No, they're not a step closer. And to be quite honest with you, I think we all as New Yorkers should find Leon Rose's statement offensive. Get the hell in front of a microphone and a camera and answer questions. Stop being a coward, because that's how he's acting. I'm not calling him that as a man or as a person. I'm saying that's how he's been acting as president of the New York Knicks when it comes to communicating with the media and articulating the decisions that you make and why they are being made. This is the problem with the arrogance of the New York Knicks.
Now, when Stephen A. thinks you're being too dramatic, you know something's wrong. I'm telling you, the Knicks front office probably saw the Eastern Conference Finals appearance and thought, wow, we're getting too much good press. How can we mess this up? Mission accomplished, gentlemen. Now let's switch gears to someone who actually knows what they're doing. Katie Ledecky. This absolute unit of a swimmer just won the 800-meter crown at the U.S. Swimming Championships. 9-time Olympic champion, by the way. 9. That's more gold medals than most countries have ever won in swimming. At this point, I'm convinced she's actually part dolphin. Meanwhile, in football land, Deion Sanders is out here playing defense. Not on the field, but for his son Shador. Reports came out questioning the young quarterback's professionalism, and Coach Prime was not having it.
Yes, you're not going to do that whatsoever. So when you sit up there and say something like, he went in a meeting unprepared, like, dude, Shador Sanders, who's had 6 different coordinators, who has still functioned and went up, leveled up every time we brought somebody new in, and you're gonna tell me he
every situation.
You're gonna tell me he had on headphones. Shador, anybody know my son, understand he's a professional. Like, he's gonna go into a meeting with headphones on. Like, y'all come on.
You know what that tells me, Coach? That tells me somebody was looking for something before they even came there. I was already looking for something.
Yeah,
looking for an issue, pre-planned. You know what I mean? But hey, bygones, bygones. Hey, man, we know you a dog. Your kid's a dog, and dogs gonna always rise to the top. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. You know what I mean?
There you go.
For real.
Deion called these reports foolish, which in Deion terms is basically him saying, y'all are dumb as rocks. When you've got a dad who's been in the spotlight for decades defending you, you know those reports were probably garbage. And speaking of representation, shout out to Carl Nassib. The first openly gay active NFL player now has his Raiders jersey displayed at the Smithsonian. That's history right there, folks. Progress looks good on everyone. The NBA Finals are here, and we've got Pacers versus Thunder. I love this matchup because it's giving us small market energy. No disrespect to Indiana and Oklahoma, but when's the last time we had a finals without the Lakers, Warriors, or Celtics? It's like finding a unicorn. Speaking of wanting things, the Orlando Magic unveiled their new jerseys for next season, and they're bringing back the iconic star logo. Finally, someone in a front office made a decision that actually makes sense. The star logo is clean. It's giving 90s nostalgia. It's giving Shaq and Penny vibes. It's giving we remember when we were actually good. Now let's talk about America's pastime, which has been more like America's pastime to stress about everything. First up, the Colorado Rockies. Y'all, they finally won their first series of the season in June. That's like showing up to a party at 2 a.m. when everyone's about to leave. Better late than never, I guess. The Rockies were so bad that when they won, their fans probably didn't know how to react. But the real chaos happened at Dodger Stadium, where a chunk of concrete fell on a Yankees fan. I repeat, concrete fell from the sky.
I mean, it was terrible. I'm fucked up, Doc.
I'll take care of it.
All right, please.
You doing all right, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm all right.
He'll be right back with your heat pad.
Yeah. 8-car collision.
Now, I've heard of home field advantage, but this is ridiculous. The Dodgers are literally throwing the stadium at opposing fans now. That's next level petty. The Dodgers are reviewing stadium safety, which is probably a good idea when your building is throwing hands or chunks of concrete. Meanwhile, there's more drama. Judge had a fan interference call after bumping into a fan while trying to make a catch.
Fly ball right field. Toward the line is Judge. And he can't make the play. Had it in his glove and then couldn't come up with the bobble. So Martinez will get another swing.
Said it many times.
Baseball fans are getting too involved in the action this season. And in typical fashion, the Mets blew a 9th-inning lead and lost to the Dodgers 6-5 in 10 innings.
Braziban comes back home. Muncy sends one to the moon! We're tied! First pitch, Freeman lifts one the other way. Back goes Nimmo. Still back, still back. It is over. Freddie Freeman drives in Tommy Edman. The Dodgers come back and win it in 10.
The Mets in late game collapses. Name a more iconic duo. But hey, at least Bryce Harper's back.
And here he swings and belts one right center field up the alley, and that one's going to go. And welcome back, Bryce Harper, back-to-back with Trey Turner. And it's 3-0 to start.
Welcome back, Showman.
Harper's 9th home run of the season.
Homered in his first at-bat, returning to the Phillies lineup. That's what we like to see, clutch players being clutch. Over in the tennis world, Coco Gauff is doing Coco Gauff things. She overcame Keys in 3 sets to reach the French Open semis. This young woman is only 21 and already making waves at every major tournament. She's giving us I'm not just the future, I'm the present energy. But here's where things get weird. FanDuel banned a bettor for heckling Gabby Thomas at a track event. Hold up. You got banned from a betting app for heckling? That's like getting kicked out of a McDonald's for eating too many fries. Since when do sportsbooks care about sportsmanship? I need more details on this story, because that seems like the most random ban in sports betting history. Was this person so annoying that FanDuel said, nah, we don't even want your money? That's impressive in the worst way possible.
Shit.
Let's talk some contract news. The Steelers expect to have a deal with TJ Watt by the start of the season. Good for TJ, get that bag, King. When you're one of the best defensive players in the league, you deserve to be paid like it. And that's a wrap on today's sports chaos. From the Knicks making questionable decisions to concrete falling from the sky, this day was definitely one for the books. What story shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown of sports madness, smash that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you never miss when I drop these videos. Also, drop your predictions for the NBA Finals in the comments. Are you Team Pacers or Team Thunder?